Hey. Hey. I had a download and I wanted to come on here and share my download because it made sense. So I'm gonna let people come in here. Hey Megan. Hey y'all. So I want to go ahead and talk to y'all about this download. I sent it to my soul cousin, and I need to tell y'all about this shit. Because y'all going to be like, hey, that's crazy. I'm going to be like, I know, it's crazy. What's up, Pooh? Okay, so I'm trying to wait for more people to come in here, but then again, I don't really care. I need to go ahead and say it now. Hey, y'all. So, what's up? So, basically, I was on the phone with my best friend, and as I was on the phone with my best friend, I was like, hold on, I gotta go get my phone or whatever, because the battery to my iPad was dying. So when I was like, damn, I couldn't find my phone. So my phone was upstairs when I had took a shower. I was on the phone with my best friend. I was taking a shower, and when I went to get my phone and I came back downstairs, the Circle of Life started playing. I was like, I was running down the steps and I was like, like I was over there singing the fucking Lion King, right? So I was like, that was weird. Like, why did I just randomly just start singing the Lion King? Like, what the fuck? So I couldn't remember what that came from or whatever. Like, I couldn't remember like what I couldn't remember where it came from. So I Googled it and I was like, well, it can't be the Circle of Life. Come to find out, it was the Circle of fucking Life, right? So I'm like, okay, that's crazy. So boom. If you've ever watched The Lion King, this is at the beginning of the movie where the sun is rising. The sun is rising and all the animals hear the call. That little so the animals hear the call, right? And when the animals hear the call, they all arise and all of them come to the little mountaintop or wherever Musafa was. And when they came or whatever, I noticed that once all the animals got there, they they was all standing there watching Musafa, and then they as they was watching Musafa, the monkey came, okay? And don't quote me on the names of the characters because I can't fucking remember, but I just remember the monkey, okay? So then the baboon or whatever the fuck he was, he came, right? And he came with a stick. The stick reminded me of like a cane, like he needed to walk with a cane. And if you want me to be honest, as he was walking with the cane, everybody kneeled down to him as he was walking, like on some ancestor shit. Respecting the ancestors, right? So boom. So as I'm watching this, I'm like, bro, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. Also, I'm at work, so I'm not interacting. That's why. Oh, okay, no worries. So everybody was bowing down to him as the ancestor, right? So he goes to the, to the thing, pays the respect or whatever to to Musafa, and he walks over to the mama and he gets Simba, he shows Simba the stick, right? The stick has the fruit on it or whatever that was. I don't know. But he cracked it and then he put it on Simba's forehead, which would be an indication of the third eye. Now, I don't know if everybody subscribed to my texting app, but if not, there's a YouTube video that I did in June in Cancer season that energy from that video is in effect now. Okay? And I thought it was very interesting because when I looked up the definition of circle of life, hold on. The definition of circle of life. Now that's not the whole part of it. Sorry, my bad. So after he rubs whatever that shit is on Simba's forehead, he holds Simba up, and all of a sudden there were clouds, and the clouds spread apart, and the light came down as he held him up to God, as if he was anointing him. Okay, and so I was like, what the fuck? Now, my best friend, as she got home, she showed me the clouds, and the clouds looked like they was like scattered. Like things were shooting out of it. It was real weird. And I was like, damn, that kind of looked like Harry Potter. When the devilish energy was, if you ever seen Harry Potter, when the devilish energy had escaped, like Lord Voldemort, whatever the fuck it was, all those evil spirits was just flying all over the sky or whatever, right? So as they flying over the sky, whatever, they was like going all directions, like, scattering the earth. So I was like, yeah, that shit look crazy. That shit look like Harry Potter. And y'all know it's dark. It's like it's nighttime right now. And so I was like, that's really weird. So then I came downstairs and I was singing that song. So I looked up what the circle of life means. The circle of life means it symbolizes the universe being sacred and divine. It represents the infinite nature of energy, meaning if something dies, it gives new life to another. And I told y'all this was happening as my iPad was dying. So in that video on YouTube, if anybody hasn't watched it, if you know, I'm talking about psychic abilities in the Atlanteans, okay, right? And I was like, this is fucking crazy that this shit is popping up right now, because tomorrow Neptune goes direct. No, Saturday, which is on Saturn, and it's starting a new week, right? And what I realized is since right now we're going through the 12th house healing of the inner child, that's exactly what the fuck is happening. Your inner child is being birthed through this new version of you, and it's being anointed with the third eye as we go into Sagittarius. As we go into December. Because one thing I've been noticing is, first of all, I keep hearing about Christmas. Christmas is coming early. I keep hearing about that shit. Christmas is coming early. Christmas is coming early. Christmas is coming early. And another thing that I kept hearing was about psychic abilities. And the other day we was talking about the clairos. You know what I'm saying? Clairvoyant, clairaudio, whatever the fuck all them clairos is. All those clairos been coming up. And another thing I noticed, and this is not just like, not to toot my own horn or nothing, but I find it, well, no, I don't mean it like that. Like, I just find it interesting. No, it's not interesting because, clearly people are picking up on the energy. What y'all doing? Y'all listening? Because it's only 403 likes on here. Damn. So what I realize is, if we're on the 12th house of healing, that means that everything's about to become like real full circle, because we're getting to the end of the calendar year. And since we're getting to the end of the calendar year, that's where the circle of life is coming. And the fact that the sun was rising in that fucking video, in the beginning of the movie, that's literally the beginning of the movie. That's the beginning of the movie. Y'all, the way I can feel that Neptune going direct is literally going to be like the beginning of the movie is like, it's very, what's that word? Auspicious? It definitely gives me this auspicious feeling, because it's something that we've never, the Lion King, it's something that we've never experienced before. And this lady, she had posted this video of her son. He was like 4. And he was like, the invasion is going to happen when I turn 4. And now he's 5. And he was like, the invasion, God said that the invasion is going to happen when he turns 4. So she's 5. So I remember I was saying about the Revolutionary War, that this was just the beginning. You seen that too? Y'all seen that? Oh nah, y'all needed to take that seriously. That little boy was serious. He was very fucking for real. He was very fucking for real. No, that's what I'm saying. Children, a child. That's what I'm saying. It was a child. Come on. Yeah. So, children honestly feel this energy before we feel the energy. A lot of the children that are here now, they are very much so aware of what's going on and what's about to happen, and how they are honestly supposed to be the last karmic cycle. Like, they are supposed to be you are the curse breaker, right? And you can start the burying process, but your children will complete it. Like, it's because it happened. They were born before you cleared up all this shit. And like you guys are seeing now, people are going to jail for their fraud. I find it very interesting that the internet is showing more and more and more autistic children. Autistic children can't speak. Their words are the same thing with angels. Y'all know how sometimes my words be all conjuncted and shit? Like, or I make up words. Why the election thing popped up as I'm talking about autistic children? How my words be all jumbled up and shit sometimes? The same thing with them. They don't speak. Like, they have a hard time articulating human words. Okay? And what I realized is the awareness between autistic people is because it goes back to that live that I did, and God told me not to post it, and I didn't. I followed directions. God said do not post it. But I remember I was telling them in that video, and this is the one part I can tell y'all about that video, how I was telling them that autistic children are closer to spirit. They're very close to God. And then it was about the special needs. Remember I told y'all that they were going to put a highlight on special needs because it was special. People was making special needs more than what it was. They was quite normal. They're quite normal. They just look different. But, I mean, they're quite normal. Special needs are the children that, like, they can't function without nobody. Thank you. Special needs are kids that can't function without nobody. Like they you know what I'm saying, they got a feeding tube and shit like that. Those are special needs children. Kids that got autism and Down syndrome and shit, those are not special needs children. They're not at all. The world has made them feel like they're extra special. They're very normal children. They're very normal. That's why you see more Down syndrome people with jobs. You know, in reality, we really fucked up we really fucked up Down syndrome and autistic people's growth. Humans did. Because, how can I explain it? Okay, they souls, okay, hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to get my words together. They souls are souls that they're supposed to be here to make whatever family that they came in aware of how secretive the devilish spirit is. That's what they here for. They're here to be. And a lot of autistic people, they are born into families that have a lot of devilish spirits. And they're the ones that are supposed to make them, aware of it. Because you see, one thing about a mother that has an autistic child, they're very thank you. They're very aware. Women that have autistic children, they're very aware of their children's surroundings. You see what I'm saying? And it is they're supposed to you ever seen an autistic kid trip out around somebody? And people be like, oh no, he normally don't act like that. He normally don't act like that. No, he acted like that for a reason. He can thank you. He can pick up on their spirit. I'm trying to tell y'all. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now, because see, we're in a soulful time. That's why they're just trying to do a lot of shit right now. You know what I'm saying? They really are. They're trying to do a lot of shit. And what I keep feeling is the circle of life. And the circle of life is when Simba got anointed. And when Simba got anointed, he had to go through the trials and tribulations of him realizing that he was actually the king of the entire thing. Now, what I feel... Oh, shit. I did this backwards. Fuck. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. What I feel like is that's the inner child. The inner child has now completed a whole circle of life. The inner child has gone through the first about how people see you, all 12 months. I just want you to think about this, right? The inner child has gone through... The inner child has gone through all of the whole cycle. You dig what I'm saying? Regardless of wherever you started at the cycle, collectively, we all went through the first of how we see our inner child and how other people see our inner child. Then we went through the whole, the worth of the inner child. So, you got to find out the worth of the inner child. Of is your inner child worthy of the dreams that you have? Then we went through the third house of the communication with the inner child. We went through all these little things, and I know astrologically, thank you. I know astrologically it don't align, but it's based off of the calendar year, okay? Every month had a season, and every season contains some type of growth or some type of information or some type of something. And we done went through all 12 of them shits. So the inner child went through the second house of self-worth. The inner child went through the communication. It went through the feeling of home. It went through the feeling of ego. It went through the feeling of balance, of self-evaluation, of rebirth. It's going through expansion right now. And it's about to go through authority. This is where the circle of life is coming in. How can I pinpoint inner child? I don't understand your question. Yeah, shit what Megan said. I don't understand what do you mean pinpoint? Your inner child is literally the kid in you. It's literally doing something that you felt more like comfortable as a kid. I told y'all the best way, like, I think they mean how do I recognize it? I don't know. I need clarification to make sure that's what they mean, because even if you say things of how do you recognize it, I don't know what my inner child is. Right. Okay. So you did mean that. It's the child in you, your soul. I mean, the inner child is exactly what it is. It's the version of you when you were a child. So, like, what do you remember from childhood? A lot of the issues you have now stem from a problem from childhood. So, like, I don't understand. No, she said what she meant. She said she don't know. Right. Okay. So if you was closed off and depressed as a child, why? And what were the things that you wanted to do as a child that you weren't able to do? You know? Like, I explained to y'all, like, that I felt some type of way about the decision that I was going to make because I was scared about how people made me feel. You know? Like, I think I'll think and write them down. Yeah, I think you should. Anything of why you felt depressed, who was a part of that, because that's, like, basically what's coming up is everything that's keeping you far apart from that soulful energy that you were supposed to have as a child. Everything is coming up that's keeping you from that soulful energy that you've had as a child. So one thing that I do see them doing is they bringing up literally everything. Like, everything you went through this year that kept you far away from your soul as a kid is being exposed. Right. That's why, like, a lot of y'all are having, like, these little, like, that's why I kept trying to tell y'all, just panic. It's okay. You get what I'm saying? It's saying, like, you're gonna panic. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, just panic, because it's really not, it's not all you. It's a part of your inner child that's fearful of something that has happened previous. So you might as well just go ahead and panic. Like, you see how gentle parenting, they're allowing their kids to express their emotions. You're allowing your inner child to express their emotions. You don't tell a kid to stop crying about some shit when they really feel some type of way. You don't tell a kid that. That's why people are being more, like, cautious of children's feelings now. Like, well, she has the right to feel that way, and if she doesn't want to be touched, then you need to respect her boundaries. Like, that's why that gentle parenting is coming up. So you guys have been seeing it for how people are handling their kids. Now, that was honestly healing a part of your inner child that you didn't even know. Watching other people gentle parent their children has been a learning experience and a healing part that you never experienced. That's why there's a lot of people that said that they didn't want kids based off their childhood. Now they are having this feeling of nostalgia because it's like, I want a baby. Like, I can do this. Like, I don't have to do this. Like, it's basically righting the wrongs. There's a lot of righting the wrongs. And it's happening subconsciously. So, since it's happening subconsciously, now, when people's kids are, like, doing things like, okay, how can I explain it? I don't know if y'all have ever seen it, but it's this white lady. Her sons are Jonah. She got 2 little boys. One named Jonah and another baby named something. But they be cooking. They be cooking, like they be making meals, like omelets. Like they really be cooking. She be letting them like really, really cook. And something about the way she parents her children, it really does something to my inner child. Like like the little Laura, that's her name, Laura. I don't know, but the way she parents her children, it brings me, it does something to my inner child to know like I can do this. And that other lady, she do the fancy restaurant. It's a white lady with 2 little boys, and then it's a black lady with 3 kids. Y'all know who I'm talking about? She was just Princess Tiana for her babies. Like, y'all know who I'm talking about. Yes, her. She makes me feel good. When I see her parent, it makes me feel good. And that other lady, the crotch fruit lady. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about, but the crotch fruit lady, when she be like, one of my crotch fruits is losing their mind right now, and I'm gonna let them lose their mind. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the energy that I feel. Through them, our inner child has been healed. So we've been seeing representations of what we didn't have as kids for us to know that it is real. Okay? And so God has been putting this in our face for us to realize, like, okay, this is real. Like, parents actually do relax, and they actually do speak, like all these kids mocking their parents, like, they being their mom for a day type shit. Like, just little things that when we tried to joke about things, our mom would take it all serious and take her fucking love problems out on you and her money problems. Like, bitch, you going through that shit by your damn self. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You, at the end of the day, you're still a mother. And God has been like putting it on my spirit, because I was like, bro, why am I getting like, of course we all get baby fever, but thank you, Archangel Michael. I'm not getting baby fever. No, it's different baby fever. It's this maternal energy that's coming up with me. And I can tell even with my TT, it's just like how I dress her and how I take care of her and how I look out for her and make sure don't nobody touch her and talk, like don't breathe around her, like watch her hands, like, like don't do that, Like my best friend's like, bitch, I can't wait to see you get a fucking baby. You gonna be gangster. Like, I ain't playing. Like, I don't play by my TT. That's why I don't show, thank you for confirmation. That's why I don't show her face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in protecting children. You dig what I'm saying? And I realized that I can be the maternal figure that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can celebrate all my wins. You know what I'm saying? I can be the maternal figure that I didn't have for myself, because it exists. I'm literally watching people raise their children. Like, these people is raising their children. You dig what I'm saying? And like, if I can see people do it with real people, then I can do it with myself. So that means that I have to practice patience with myself, practice communication with myself, practice teaching with myself. I have to practice discipline with myself. I have to have some type of inner, under, around standing with myself. So like, it goes into this thing of like, hey, we learning together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're learning together. And the inner child is going through this 12th house healing with a sense of maturity. Like, there's this sense of maturity that's happening for everybody in the inside. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like one of the biggest things that God is trying to get us to understand, because like a lot of people have been saying shit like, I feel so sensitive, or I feel this, or I feel overly sensitive, or I feel people are not acknowledging my emotions, or I feel like I can't express myself, I can't get my words out. Like, a lot of people are having this type of talk with themselves, but you do realize that that is coming from an unhealed version of how your inner child was parented. So when you came home from school and you was excited about something and you told your parents, and your mom was like, come on, I got things to do, like get out of my face type shit. Or you was like, I want to do dance, or I want to do this, or I want to do that, and then it was like, oh, oh no, we can't do that, or something like that. You dig what I'm saying? Like that goes into effect. And I feel like now the sun is Leo energy, and the 5th house is the parent, is the inner child. And what I feel like is that is what's being activated. Like, as we move into Capricorn season, I feel like Capricorn season is going to be the 5th house. Capricorn season is going to be the 5th house, because we're already going to be in the 10th house, like as a collective, but it's going to be about the 5th house, about the passion, about the dominant parent. Like, this is going to be next week, Venus and Mercury go into Capricorn, which is Saturn. So with the 5th house being the dominant parent, this is going to be the parent that helped you boost your confidence. This is going to be the parent that helped you, you know what I'm saying? Like, be courageous. This is that part of the parent. You know what I'm saying? That was like, when you felt some type of way, that was the parent that you felt comfortable to run to, that made you didn't feel crazy, that you had to like suck it up. Like, it was all toxic femininity. It was all toxic, like, don't know how to nurture and all that shit. And since Palace, or whatever the fuck that shit is, that asteroid is in Cancer, it's making people have this like real big realization of the pattern recognition within themselves that keeps them from nurturing themselves. It keeps them from nurturing themselves, and a lot of people are starting to move away from that. How you deal with Cancer issues is you step into Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy is Saturn energy. It's the authoritative figure energy. It's boss energy. Is that type of energy, like dead ass. So if it's that type of energy that you're going into, it's reflecting on the inner child. But also Palace. What if you didn't have a parent that made you feel like that? So you didn't have no adult figure that made you feel like that. Don't be so specific on the parent. Because I told y'all, I'm my grandparents' children. I'm not really my parents' children. I'm my grandparents' children. So that's coming up. Hold on, y'all. You know, you trying to get that part straight. You got to focus. Hold on. All right. The beauty pie store. Am I able to message you if I ever have questions? Always. That's what the texting app is for. It's straight. Appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of us are grandparents' kids. I'm my grandma's kid. Yeah, I'm my grandmama's child. I'm my grandparents' children. But so that's why there's this energy that I just want to prepare y'all for, because that's why y'all gonna panic with tower moments, because like it ain't really it's really you. Like, if you listen to my podcast today, that's another thing. You need to go listen to my podcast, okay? I explain some shit on my podcast that's very important, that you have to help yourself. Yeah, I have a Leo, like a Leo moon. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I had to do. I had to parent myself. I protected myself because I had a lot of irrational, envious adults around me So I had to make sure I took care of me first. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what they was talking about. And a lot of that energy is coming up quickly. Like there's this quick purge, because I was explaining to y'all that Sagittarius season is about the 7th house. So Sagittarius season is about the 7th house. How do y'all think y'all going to be able to have friendships of friends that's going to be little gangsters about you? You get what I'm saying? You got to be a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a friend that's going to be able to articulate yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't, little kids is gangsters. Okay? Little kids is little gangsters. Everybody knows that. Little kids are little gangsters. Okay? And they don't have a filter. They don't have a filter. You know, kids really don't have no type of fucking filter. And they also don't have a filter with their emotions. So, like, if they feel sad about something, they really feel sad. And they have no problem telling people, like, that hurt my feelings. You're not my friend no more, mommy. Or you didn't sleep with me. Or, you know what I'm saying? You didn't take me where you said you was going to take me. They remember certain things. You dig what I'm trying to say? And that energy is coming up. Siblings are very protective of each other. A lot of you guys are going to meet soul family, platonic, lovers, whatever the fuck the other word is. You're going to meet them, and there's this, I'm telling you, it's this protection thing. They're very protective. There's this protection energy that's coming. And as an adult, you're not going to forget nothing. You're not going to forget nothing. The same way as kids, we didn't forget anything that an adult said to us that hurt our feelings, that an adult did to us. Like, we didn't fucking forget. So just think about that now as an adult with these platonic and loving relationships. This is how God is creating his new world of marriages, friendships, family. This is how God is creating that. That's what I told you. God does not care about your mother. He doesn't care about your father. He doesn't care about your sister, your brother, whoever the fuck you cut off. God does not care. If he cared, do you think that people would flourish after they cut their family members off? If God cared, do you think your family members would cross you up in the first place? Do you think if God really cared about those connections, that if they were that important, do you think he would allow for you to have seen who they truly are the last 12 months? Yeah, I think not. Okay, I think not. You would have never got to see that your dad is a fucking hater, that your mom is a liar, that your grandparents, whoever the fuck you found out about, is who they are. He don't care. He does not care. Let me say it again. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He don't care. That's why that guilt that a lot of y'all been feeling, that y'all realize, like, damn, this is the last time I'm going to talk to them. That guilt is now vanishing because it was an illusion. The guilt that y'all had for leaving people behind, that's an illusion. It is an illusion. It is an illusion. It is an illusion. It is an illusion. The guilt, you know what? It reminds me of Lion King. How Simba found out at the end that his uncle killed his daddy. That was an illusion. Simba found out at the end that he was upset. He was upset that he had betrayed him. I'm telling you, the energy of betrayal is coming up. The energy of betrayal is coming up. And you already know. That's why I said these old secrets. This ain't new. These old secrets. Old secrets. Old secrets. Old secrets. Old secrets. Old secrets. These are old secrets. These are old feelings. These are old problems. These are old things. This is the resolution of that. Now you can let go of the guilt. You're not going to, trust me, you're not going to feel guilty after God exposes what he exposes. And so I say he don't care. You're not going to feel guilty once you realize that them was the people that was holding you back. Them was the people that was trying to keep you in some type of fog and confusion and shit. You're not going to care. You are not going to trust me. That guilt going to go right out the door. You're going to be like, oh well. Glory to God. Some of y'all just ain't caught on yet. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? We all are ascending at our own time. It's no need for you to be in the same energy as everybody else, because you might not be in that energy right now. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of you guys are finally going to come out this energy, realizing certain things, like just puzzle pieces are finally going to just come together. About even, it's a reflection of yourself. Some of y'all, why you are the way you are is going to come to the surface. Why do you act like that is going to come to the surface. Things that they did to you, said to you, whatever it is, it's going to come to the surface very open and honestly. Because a lot of y'all are the black sheeps. And being the black sheep didn't mean you were the outcast. Being the black sheep meant you were the bravest. Just like Simba. Simba was anointed. And I told y'all it was family. Sagittarius season is about the 7th house. We want to talk so much about relationships and lovers and shit. Y'all need to be looking at your cousin's baby mama's daddy's brother. The fuck? Because that's exactly what the hell was happening. It's family. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody want love and everybody's seeing it on social media. All these bitches getting their lover story, and that's beautiful. Some of y'all will get that next year, okay? Y'all need to be worried about them families. That's what y'all need to be worried about. You trying to figure out why you in the cycle of brokenness. Why you in a cycle where you can't get no man. Why you can't get no woman. You needed to start putting some things together from the root. Oh no, baby. It's not at the surface, baby. It's at the root. It's the people it's not your ex. That ain't the one that's causing that stagnancy, baby. Oh no. It's not them. It's family. Yes. Oh yes. People like, oh, it's always the friends I've been around, and it's always this. No. Let me just go ahead and let you in on a little motherfucking secret. A lot of you guys, the toxic people in your life, like that aren't family, are a reflection of your family members. Let me say it again. The toxic people in your life are reflections of your family members. God just been waiting on you to catch on. God been waiting on you to catch on. He been waiting on you. Okay? That's the truth. Okay? You gotta pay attention. Why you can't let certain things go? That's because it's on the family level. Okay? So I don't even think y'all realizing that, like, y'all over here talking about karmics and exes, that the ex the problem. He the reason why you done lost your whole, you know what I'm saying? You felt you lost your groove, baby. You don't even realize that man is a reflection of your mama. That man is a reflection of your mother. You not putting the dots together, my baby. You not putting the dots together. That girl that a lot of these men is dating, that's your mother. You're not putting the dots together, baby. That's why in Leo season, God was your maternal figure. And hold on, wait, Leo season, you had to be obedient like a child, like a golden child. But what season was the inner child? Was it Libra? Was Libra the inner child? Yeah. Because Virgo was the muggle body. Libra was the inner child, and during Libra season rules the 7th house. That's about relationships. I told y'all that since it was the inner child, you were learning to allow God and your ancestors to be your parent. I asked the group chat a question today, and I want to ask y'all, because some of y'all aren't in the group chat and some of y'all are new here, but I want to ask y'all, do y'all know at least one of your ancestors? Do you know at least one of your spirit guides? Do you know at least one of them? Do you honestly and truthfully know? And if you say yes, that means that you know. If you say you know your ancestor, you know at least one of them, that means that a lot of the information you've received has been given from them. The information has been given from one of them. When you say no, on what level? In general, are you aware of at least one of your ancestors or your spirit guides? Okay, now, for the people that said no, have you ever asked? Have you ever asked? You've honestly and truthfully, you've asked. For all the ones, if you've asked, ask yourself, why do you feel like you're not getting a response? It's not hard to connect to ancestors. It's not hard to connect to your spiritual team at all, actually. You're not listening. If you're saying it's too hard to connect to your people, you ain't listening. Damn, I feel like it's uneven because, like, this space wasn't that big, was it? Hold on. A lot of y'all need to have a conversation. They about to make their presence real known. Fuck it. Whatever. We'll just do 2 more rows. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. First of all, stop treating them like they fucking majestic creatures. Thinking that y'all gotta fucking do some weird shit to talk to them. Just talk out loud. Hold on, let me read some of the comments. Hold on. I be sitting in silence and everything trying to hear. I think because you're trying to focus on... I think you're overthinking of how they're going to communicate. Because they show you, nope, I don't know how we communicate, got you. I can say I don't really know because I believe I know, but I'm still learning. Okay. You can ask them to reveal themselves in a dream, to be honest, just to know who it is. Okay. Maybe I do know, but I'm a little unsure. Okay. I be waiting for signs, but they don't make themselves known. I don't know why, because you are too fixated on how they communicate. Yeah, you're thinking too hard. Yeah. Now I be getting light flickers recently, and when I'm on the right track. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So is speaking out to yourself speaking to them? Yes. But you need to be direct when you speak to them, okay? I'm trying to tell y'all, I think a lot of you guys are too into like movies and shit. Like, talk to them like normal people. You ain't finna see Casper the Ghost fly across the room and shit. Like, don't think like that. No, never thought about it on that own level. I mean, I do, but I haven't thought about it that much. You should, and you need to, as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Direct how. Ask them specific what. You know, this is what I mean by saying you thinking too hard. You're really thinking too hard. Just like you talk to me, talk to them. Hey, yo. Is the ringing in the ear a sign they're trying to communicate? I don't know. You got to ask them that. Because sometimes it might not be that. Thank you. See? Okay, so boom. Childer, whatever. She says, develop and the voice may even sound like yours. Thank you. So, that is one of the things that I know about me. Okay? There's my higher self. She sound like me, okay? But the things that she says, I know aren't fully me. I know that sounds weird, but it's like what I hear in my head. Like she's real cutthroat. She's very cutthroat. She's very like upfront. She's very like raw. So like in my head, I can hear her saying like that bitch lying. Like she say stuff like that. Like she be like she lying. And I just be sitting there like, that's why I don't never say a lot. You know what I'm saying? I just be listening. I take a lot of mental notes because she is very raw. That's how I know I'm not tripping about shit. So like if I ever stop talking, she'd be like, don't say that. I'd be like, okay. She real cutthroat. But see, I had to learn that because I used to mistake it as me being too mean. So when, you know what I'm saying? When I be, so like, that's what would make me ignore her because the thought is so raw. It's so vulgar. It's so, harsh. It's so real, so gutter that it's just like, maybe I should be a little bit nicer. She don't think like that. That's why like sometimes I can't get my words out because when my higher self is speaking, she don't know a lot of human words. Like, that's why I be like, what's that word called when you this, and this? You would think that my first language wasn't English. Because, people that don't have the first name English, they always ask things like, how do you guys say, that's how she is with me. She'd be like, how do y'all say this? And what would be the word for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So my higher self is very spicy. I tell people that. That's why I'm very like raw with my words. And that's why you have to trust that it don't come from a bad place. It come from love. Okay? Because trust me. It's nothing like that. Like she can never find a word. She kind of like, yeah, like I have to, she real blunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause she's like, that's why sometimes I can be very hard on myself because I forget that I'm having a human experience, and she'll get me back into check real quick about things like this ain't your first time here, like let that shit go. Or like she'll say things like, you a whole fucking earth angel, like calm the fuck down. Like she'll say things like that, and it'll kind of hurt my feelings, but that's what I'm saying, she don't be meaning to say it like that. Like she don't be meaning to be like that, like, and so that's where I've had to learn her transparency. I've had to learn her directness the same way people have had to learn mine, because that's a part of my Gemini in me, that there's two people. Like, so like, that's what people a lot, they misunderstand me a lot. That's why I have to like, I trust in myself. And I used to say a lot of affirmations about the words that I speak. So I say things like, everything I say is valuable. And I said that in that video on Cancer season. That's one of my affirmations. Everything that comes out of my mouth is valuable. Everything that comes out of my mouth is out of love. So even if I did say you're embarrassing yourself and you're a dumbass, I said that with so much love. I promise you. I promise you, because it was the truth. I didn't lie. And a lot of y'all have to realize that, like, your higher self might not communicate with you like my higher self. Like, another thing that a lot of y'all gonna have to do is you gonna have to step outside yourself just a little bit. Like, you don't always need, I think a lot of, and I'm just gonna call it a spade. A lot of y'all have a lot of questions outside of yourself. Like, and then it's like, well, that kind of sound like me, so that's probably me. No, bitch, it's not. And that's exactly why you stuck in the same cycle and asking the same dumbass questions. Because you're so busy trying to, if you can get confirmation outside of you, it makes you feel like it's confirmed within you, and it's not. Your higher self probably doesn't even talk like that. Your higher self probably be like, sweetie, you need to do this better. Like, sweetie. Your higher self probably nice as shit. And you over there thinking that she real gutter and shit. And she not. You know what I'm saying? So you really do look like an asshole when you say certain things. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to pay attention. Like, you know, and that's why, like, I've been trying to get people to understand that, like, it's nothing wrong. Like, okay, hold on. Let me get my words together because it's hold on. Okay. I'm going to use me as an example. The Lord brought you to me so you could hear it very raw and uncut. You dig what I'm trying to say? Okay? You didn't come to me because there's this connection of, like, similarities. Okay? Like, the similarities that you think we have are more deeper than the surface level things. Okay? It's real deep. Okay? You were brought to me to hear the raw truth and honest truth so you can figure these things out on your own. You're here for guidance. You're here to get the study guide to life. The study guide, not the answer key. Okay? You still have to take the test. It's the study guide that has the information that for the things that would be on the test. It's not necessarily the test. It's the things that would be on the test. So a lot of people have misunderstood spirituality on TikTok to think like, oh, well, if they said it, that's the absolute answer. And that's the only answer I should go with. And since it somewhat sounds the same, I should go with what she said. So that's why sometimes, even though every question you ask me, I probably could give you a very, like, clear and direct answer, but that's not my job. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do love readings. That's why I don't do, like, specific readings, because see, you're trying to ask me something that you could go within and ask. You just need the tools to how to get inside of you. Does this make sense? Does this make sense? And that's why I've been trying to tell people, stop listening. That's why I've been trying to tell people, all these tarot people that's on the website now, these are the second wave of tarot people. So they kind of, you know what I'm saying? They learned all the things from the first go around. You dig what I'm saying? They learned things from the first go around of twin flames and the first go around of divine feminine. They learned from that. So therefore, they're taking all the things that y'all complained about and they're trying to just do the opposite of it. So you still believe in them more. You see what I'm saying? They're like, well, I sound more believable. I'm at a position now where I know what they didn't like. I know what they were cautious about. So now my messages sound more believable for them to listen to. Same thing with the kingdom spouse and the prophetic people. I'm so sorry to tell you, the way I would listen to, and I know this sounds crazy though, the way I'll listen to somebody that does tarot over somebody that's talking about, I don't know who need to hear this word. I don't know why. I'd rather listen to somebody mess with tarot cards before I watch somebody talk about some damn prophetic word. Because I just don't believe that. Who anointed you? Who anointed you? Who anointed you? And see how a lot of more tarot readers are starting to talk about God more. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. That twin flame shit. Can I be fairly honest with you? No. Immediately no. Immediately no. It's more rare than anything, okay? It's not as common as people are trying to make this shit seem, okay? And that came from the Lord. That came from the Lord. That came from the Lord. And I'm not going to go depth about the twin flame shit because you know what I'm saying? That came from the Lord. The amount of twin flames is the amount of people that can fit my hand. How the world make it seem like it's a whole fucking billions and millions of them. It's probably not even, it's probably not even over 100,000. And it might not, for the ones that are still alive, it might not even be 50,000, 40,000. It might not even be 40,000 people. And the world make it seem like it's a whole bunch of them. No. And God told me to be quiet. He told me to be quiet. He told me, hey, it's not time yet. Just let them do them. Because, see, the way that the Lord has this twin flame thing set up, and I'm gonna use the TikTok terminology, right? The way that the twin flame thing is set up, the Lord doesn't talk about it. Okay? Most don't incarnate at the same time. That is false. That is false. That is false. That is false. If they don't incarnate a couple years from each other, like from birth, but in that lifetime, they do incarnate at the same time. That is false because they have to come together. It's a bigger purpose. Okay? But it's not something that he would talk about because the devil doesn't like unions. The devil doesn't like more than one person together. And I told y'all twin flames are they're descendants of people that were disciples. There was only 12 disciples. It was out of the world of nations, of nations, of nations, and nations. The Lord only had 12 disciples. Okay? And it's something more, it's bigger than what y'all think, okay? It's bigger than what y'all think. And I gotta keep it a buck with y'all. That's really not like, it's really not a focus right now because twin flames, they are very different, okay? They have a whole different purpose, and those that are it's just nothing to worry about, okay? Even people that are twin flames ain't even worrying about that shit, okay? Just please. Like, I don't even mean to be vague. I'm not trying to be mean about this shit, but like, trust me, even twin flames know that they got bigger fish to fucking fry right now. Like, they not caring about each other. It's way different than y'all think. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. The Lord keeps saying it's way different than they think. So I don't even know why we worry about this and why we talk about this and why everybody wants to have a clear understanding about it, because it's, first of all, it's unexplainable. You can't really necessarily explain all of it. All you can do is explain the logistics, because as soon as you start explaining in depths about it is when the devil starts to listen. Okay, so we're just gonna let that shit go, because that ain't why we here. We're here because of the child in you. Okay? We're here because of the child in you. All right? And y'all are about to see that. Yeah, Bree. Because God don't even call them twin flames. He don't even call them kingdom spouses either, but I don't mind my business. So, the child in you is going through a wash. Okay? I have to we got to stay focused, okay? The child in you is going through a wash. You are becoming the child, the parent, okay? And this time, God was the parent. So that's why a lot of the decisions you tried to make, you know, you got the approval from God. Okay, well, God, you can do this and you can do that. And, you know, I'll go wherever you want to go. And God was like, oh, okay, you know, so, you know, you're showing your obedience. So thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you can show your obedience. Now, I want you to show your authority. You know, that's one thing that, like, with parents, that's like a big rule. Even though you will always be your parents' baby, this is a healthy, I'm speaking from a healthy point of view. your parent will, when you have children, they let you be a parent to your children. Those that try not to, that's just them undermining you as a parent. But normally parents let you be a parent because they realize that that's your baby. That will always be your baby. That will always be your decision you have to make. And what I feel like is that's what this is putting emphasis on. Where like God is saying, like, this is your baby. You have to figure this out with your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your baby. I'm not going to tell you how to raise your baby. You can get pointers all day from everybody. You can listen to everybody. You can try to do what they do. But at the end of the day, the decisions that you make for your child are your decisions for your child. And that's exactly what God is saying that's about to happen. So therefore, that people that are getting their karma right now, you have to discipline your child for the decisions that child decided to make. You might not teach your child how to steal, but they learned some type of sneaky behavior from you. You might not teach your kid how to, That's like one of my prayers that I said for my children. I said, God, please allow me to know when I need to step in as my children's mother and when I need to step back and let them experience life. That's like one of my prayers. That if it's a moment where my child has to learn, that I step out the way and I let them learn whatever they got to learn, whatever God is trying to teach them. I gotta get out the way. So there's this energy of where God is getting out the way. God, like, you got it. That's your baby. That's your baby. See, a lot of parents don't have that discernment of when they got to figure out when they need to step out the way from allowing you to make some mistakes or allowing you to do some things. Because, see, they think about when they were a kid and they couldn't make those decisions because somebody didn't step out their way. See, God is stepping out your way. God is saying, I'm about to step out your way because, see, I need you to parent your child. This is your child. This is your baby. You guys are about to be in a season where God is trying to tell you, I'm about to step out the way. And I'm about to step out the way. And of course, the Lord will never leave you. God will never leave you alone. You ain't going nowhere. God ain't going nowhere. But he got to step out the way. There's this energy of that. A lot of y'all about to understand what God means when he says, because see, he's put so much on your head. He's put so much on your heart. He's put so much on in your hands of just information and information and information and information. And you steady just like, well, I got to run this by God first. Let me run this by God. So God, what do you think? What should I do? How do you feel about this? I think I want to make this move. I think I want to do this job. I think I want to be with this person. I think I want to do this. So how you feel about it? Let me come to you. Let me get your answer. He said, no. You make that decision. I'm going to step out the way. I'm going to step out the way. You don't need me. You don't need me to make, you don't need my approval. That's what y'all didn't have as a child. You always needed the approval of somebody. And then that's the reason why y'all have a lack of confidence now. That's why y'all did the things that y'all did, because you did good and your parents will be going through something on their own personal reason. So it's like you still was in trouble. One of the things that I realized is it didn't matter what I did. It was always a problem. So I got to the point where I didn't even give a fuck if I was in trouble. I didn't give a fuck of none of that. Because it just seemed like it don't matter if I do good or bad. It clearly isn't enough for you. So now you got me anxious with this anxious attachment of I feel like, somebody ain't called me back. Somebody ain't do this. I feel like, well, they ain't fucking with me. That's that anxious attachment style. See, the attachment styles have been popping up on my TL. And I was wondering, I said, God, why do these attachment styles keep popping up? I already know my attachment style. He says, but see, let me tell you something. You got that attachment style with me. If you don't hear my voice, you feel like you should avoid it. If you don't hear me right away, you feel like you need to move, you need to do something different, because see, you are not in the present moment. You see what I'm saying? Everybody want to know their attachment style to other people, and based off this, okay, so let's go ahead and call a spade a spade. You know you act like that with God, right? You do that with God too. You over here worrying about the man that you was texting and shit. You do that with God. Quit worrying about that man. If you don't hear God fast enough, you change your mind. You know? With an avoidant attachment, with somebody that has an avoidant attachment, you literally need people to prove things to you. See, I have an avoidant attachment style because I wasn't properly cared for as a kid. So you got to prove more to me. And see, God was saying, I'm not going to prove nothing to you. I said what I said. What you going to do? So when I woke up yesterday morning and I said, and I heard, when I woke up yesterday morning and I heard the instructions of what I was supposed to do, I didn't think twice about it. I didn't think twice about it because, see, I realized that God wasn't going to prove it to me because he had made me sit with the decision all month. He had made me sit with my thoughts all month. And I kept saying, well, he'll work it out. He'll figure it out. And that's an avoidant attachment style because, see, now I need you to prove it to me. I need you to prove that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. I need you to prove it. I need you to put extra effort into it. I need you to put more into it than I put into it because, see, if you don't put more than what I put in it, that means that I cannot believe it will be done because I wasn't cared for properly. And God says, I got to get you out that. You don't need an extra push. You don't need extra conversation. See, I said on my podcast today, I said something I really realized about myself is certain things that I would talk about with people first, just to see how it sound coming out my mouth. When I was about to quit my job, I told my friends, like, I think I'm about to quit my job is just so I can hear it come out my mouth of how would it make me feel if I said it and what would people say when I said it and this and that. And then I realized that they wasn't giving me the response that I wanted because they were so focused on the things that I didn't give a fuck about. So if I didn't care about it, why the fuck are you caring about it? Why aren't you caring about me? It's me. It's me. It's me. See, God care about me. God care about me. So when I'm telling God, like, hey, yo, this making me go crazy, bro. Like, what is this? He said, if it's making you go crazy, then you need to leave, don't you think? Because I care about you. God didn't say nothing about no bill. God didn't say nothing about no job. God didn't say nothing. He said, are you not happy? I said, no, I'm not happy. He said, then go. He said, that's that avoidant attachment skill. You know you wasn't taken care of as a kid. So therefore you feel like I'm not going to take care of you. Where'd I do that at? He said, be fucking for real. Be fucking for real. You think I'm not going to take care of you? So then it's playing in my head over and over again, and it's bothering me. It's sitting down in here, and I feel this type of energy is going because I'm so rimmed up, bitch. I'm trying to be bent up like a pretzel. Not even realizing that energy that I'm trying to either release and get out, I'm not even utilizing that energy towards something because I'm manifesting something without movement. I want more of something to put it where? God says, why do you want more success? Why do you want more money? Why do you want more exposure if you're going to stay in the same place? You want to be exposed in the same place that you told me you weren't happy in. So therefore, why would I give it to you? I said, well, you got a motherfucking point right there. I had to give him that one. I had to give him his point for that. See, I told God, I got to give you a point for that. See, normally I keep my score on the board because, you know what I'm saying, I'm tearing the game up in the world. You know what I'm saying? Big homie OG, but I had to give God that one because he had me on that one. I'm being avoidant. The other day on live, I had to be honest with my collective, and I told my collective, I said, you know what, y'all? I think I'm scared of commitment. I was scared of commitment. I avoid commitment because, see, if I can control it, you can't fuck with me. See, the 18 years that I was under the care of two people that didn't need to be together in the first place to create a whole catastrophe based off the traumas and based off the problems and based off the unhealedness and based off the lack, come together to create such a big prize, such an anointed person. So as an anointed person with a pure soul, I'm born into this life with people that clearly do not see the anointed. Do they feel the anointed? Yes. Are they able to take care of the anointed? No. So now I walk in this world, 26 years old, expecting everybody to handle the anointed with care. But how could you do that? Because you was never raised properly. You don't know. So this avoidant attachment style, I'm realizing it's been with friends. One thing I had to tell y'all is my best friend, she showed me loyalty. I didn't have to ask. She showed it to me. She showed me loyalty. So I couldn't even avoid the friendship if I wanted to, see, because my best friend showed me loyalty. It came to me. She wasn't worried about this and that and that and that and that. She was worried about how do you feel about this? See, because it made her feel some type of way. Because if you're not good, I'm not good. That's loyalty. When somebody comes in here and they're expressing themselves and somebody else says something slick like that, the first thing that they do, they get blocked. Because why? Because I'm a loyal person, even to my collective. I'm not going to let nobody talk to you crazy. I go to war by mine. I beat you hoes up. No problem. You want to fight? And so God is saying you have all this energy and you have this expectation of loyalty. But see, you're not accepting the loyalty when it's given to you in your face. And you know why? Because you're not loyal to yourself right now. And I know you're loyal to yourself. I know you love yourself. I know you ride for yourself. But see, at this very moment, the decisions you are making are trying to say that you're not. You're not loyal. You're not happy. You're not motivated. You're not determined. You're not this. Why do you consistently make decisions out of that lack mentality when you are what you are? If you can be that way with everybody else, why can't you be that way with you? And if you can be that way with you, then why do you need my approval to be that way with you? If you feel like it's a bad decision, don't you think I'll get you out of it? If you feel that the decision you're making is something that you stand 10 toes down about, that you believe in about, that you know is true, if you really feel that way and then fuck up, don't you think I'm going to get you out of it? But see, if you see it in these eyes, that means it's something that you're supposed to do. If I see it with my eyes, 3, that means it's something I'm supposed to do. So then, y'all know me. I had to start putting my own quotes and affirmations into my vocabulary. I'm not going to lie. You know, I talk a lot of shit, but I really be forgetting what I say that is that effective of the mind. If I see it with my eyes, that means that's what I'm supposed to do. That is literally telling myself, if I can see it, that means I can do it. If I see it, it can happen. If I see it, I don't know how the fuck it's going to happen, but it can happen. Thank you. Confirmation. If you see it, it confirms it. If you see it, it confirms it. That's crazy. That's fucking 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 crazy. Yeah. Now, as the TikTok preachers and prophets would say, I had a word on my spirit. I had to let y'all know. Hell no. Yeah, I felt that one. I felt that one. That was real. That was God right there. That was God. That was God right there. God just used me as a vessel real quick. Real quick on the mic. And I'm appreciative of that. Because I know that one gonna help somebody. Because it helped me. I don't care what attachment style you have. That ain't the fucking point. I don't give a fuck. I want you to realize how you using that attachment style against God. That's all I need you to realize. I don't give a fuck if you have an avoidant one. If you have whatever you have, I don't give a fuck. But you need to realize how you using that against God right now. Because it's what's holding you back from what you need to do. You holding yourself up from doing things. You worried about muggle shit. You worried about muggle shit. Your bill could be due tomorrow. You don't say nothing. You don't call. You don't do nothing. Nothing happens. You don't have the money. All of a sudden, the same day that they send you a notice, the bill is paid. You're using your attachment style against God. You have to stop. It's not healthy. It's not going to help you. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to love yourself more. You're not going to do anything. You're going to be stuck in the same shit. And you don't need to be 22, 25, 26, 27 with kids, without kids. I don't give a fuck. But only one thing I do know, and one thing I know for a fact, is y'all very disloyal. You're very disloyal. And honestly, if you're going to be disloyal to yourself, it's really nothing you can learn from me. And I'm just calling a spade a spade. How can you learn loyalty from a bitch that's loyal if you're not loyal to yourself? You're disloyal to yourself. Because the circumstances of why you don't make the choices that you want to make are from people that were just disloyal to you. I told y'all, God is trying to teach y'all how to be a service to people. You can bring the horse to the water, but you can't make the horse drink the water. That's how a lot of y'all are with your higher self. Your higher self is bring you to the water, but your ass is not trying to drink no water. And I think next week you about to have some real, like, I just see tower moments. I just see like either you gonna create the tower moment or God gonna create the tower moment. But like I always tell people, and I told Aquarius back in Aquarius season, I said you either want to be pushed off the cliff or you want to jump. Which one would you prefer? Because when you get pushed, you could go head first. You could go head first and crash. Or you could jump down feet first. A lot of y'all need to start looking at how you see loyalty. A lot of y'all not loyal. Like, I think your sense of loyal comes from your attachment style. And that's not real loyalty. Y'all not loyal. You're not loyal. I'm going to call it spade a spade. Wait. How many? I don't know. But yeah, y'all not loyal. You're not loyal. You are not loyal. And God is trying to show you all the places that you're being disloyal to yourself. And you're missing it. You're missing it. Ooh, you know I gotta double it. You know I gotta double it. But yeah. I just wanted to come on here and preach to y'all. Not really. That's not why I came on here. I came on here to tell y'all about the circle of life. Okay? Like, what is really loyalty? That's a question y'all gotta ask yourselves. I need you to write that down and answer that yourself. What is real loyalty? What do I see as loyalty? Because let's be honest, there was a point in time where you was loyal to the same family members that used to verbally abuse you, mentally abuse you. You felt that just because that was your cousin, you should have stayed loyal. Your cousin was beating your ass. You see what I'm saying? Like, you felt it was loyalty that, you know what I'm saying, your man came home every night, but he cheated on you. You still felt that was some sense of loyalty. Like, just be honest. You felt it was loyal that, you know what I'm saying, your homegirl undermined you in front of other people, She undermined you in front of other people, but you know what I'm saying? Y'all been best friends since the 3rd grade. You felt that was loyalty. That's what I'm saying. You're going to have to ask yourself, like, what do you see as loyalty? Everybody got their own definition of loyalty, clearly, because there's people that's been married for 7 years and they know their husband has done some very deadly things, but they loyal. They got big homies out here that pin things on their little homie, but they loyal. That ain't loyal. Disloyal. Yeah, that's not loyalty. That was a self-sacrifice to preserve non-beneficial relationship to avoid loneliness. Thank you, but you felt that was loyalty. But that was loyalty. You was loyal to your dude, though. You was loyal to your dude, though. Like, you gotta call a spade a spade. Y'all need to really ask yourself, what do you see as loyalty? You know? Women out here know shit about their husbands. Husbands know shit about their wives. And mothers know shit about their children and shit like that. But that's loyalty, right? No, it's not. And since the North Node is in Taurus are really big on loyalty. That's why I told y'all Taurus will cheat on you until they find self-love. Once a Taurus finds self-love, they won't cheat no more. They'll stay dedicated. Like, Taurus have this thing where they're loyal up until a certain point. That you might be number one, but you're not the only one because they haven't found self-love in themselves. You see what I'm saying? That's the energy right now. People got this, like, I don't even know. They got this thing for other people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, you know, we've been together 9 years, but like, they literally beat you up. We're not talking about Scorpios. We talking. We not. You know why we're not even gonna talk about Scorpios? Because the South Node is in Scorpio. We don't need to talk about Scorpios. Exactly. And that was right about the time that I did that video in Cancer season when I was twisting my hair. Megan, that's so funny you said it. We're going to see how it turned out. Yeah. That's a big question a lot of y'all need to ask yourself this week. You know? How do I see loyalty? Because when we get to Venus to Capricorn, how you see loyalty is how you see yourself as an authoritative figure in the world. How you see loyalty is how you see yourself as an authoritative figure in the world. That's why so many people are not loyal and they crave power. People that crave power are disloyal as shit. People that need power are disloyal. I promise you, insecure people, disloyal. People are disloyal. Yep. I had got rid of my bed. I remember that. Yep. I had got rid of my bed. I had got rid of all my clothes. I had got rid of everything. Because it was tied to people that was disloyal. Anything that somebody else bought or I wore it around them, they hugged me in that shit, I threw all that shit away. I had to throw away everything because I was more loyal to myself than to sleep on a bed that somebody had gave me out of this or somebody did something in or some weird shit. I don't give a fuck. But disloyalty got deleted. Disloyalty got deleted. If I hugged you in this shirt remind me of you. I remember when I got locked up in a dress and some shoes. When I got out of jail, I threw away the shoes and the dress. I didn't need nothing that reminded me of a poor decision I made to go to jail. Yeah, disloyalty is a theme. Betrayal is a theme. Betrayal is a big theme that's coming up. A lot of people that did fraud with each other, they're going to switch up. People that did fraud together, they about to switch up. Yep. I had got rid of weave. I had got rid of like hair supplies, braiding hair. I got rid of everything. No, I don't like that. Theme? What's confusing about theme? So loyal on social media. Whole time they about to switch up on each other. That's about to be a big thing. Yeah, betrayal is about to be a thing. And see, God don't let his kids go without knowledge. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what am I thinking? Okay, we good. God don't let his kids go without knowledge. That's something that God don't do. God don't let his kids go without knowledge. God is always going to let you know what happened. He going to always let you know how, you know what I'm saying, who did what. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you if you going to believe that shit or not. That's the biggest thing with God. God just want to know, are you going to believe me? If I tell you, if I show you what's going on, if I tell you what happened, who did what, are you going to believe me? That's what God has been trying to get y'all to understand. That's why y'all been seeing things repetitively. I literally just seen a video today. It's funny because I had told y'all that something happened or whatever. And I'm not going to lie, I started questioning myself because I haven't seen proof. So since I haven't seen proof, I was just like, well, you know, it probably didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I ain't seen proof about it yet. You know what I'm saying? So it probably didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I just kept telling myself that. And God was like, what are you talking about? Like, we already clarified this. Like, little mama. Like, what do you mean it didn't happen? It happened. Like, just because you haven't seen the results of what happened, that does not mean it did not happen. It happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, you see things on God's timing, but just because you haven't seen it yet, God kept saying, just because you haven't seen it yet does not mean it did not happen. It happened. And I was like, and it's funny because I found out in Gemini season. We in Sagittarius season. So whatever you found out in the dark in Gemini season is coming to light in Sagittarius season. And I remember it's funny because I was putting the dots together. And as I was putting the dots together, it was like epiphany. And then it got deeper, like just all these realizations of things that people said. Like, have you ever seen a movie and in the movie, all of a sudden the person, like, you ever seen a movie and people have flashbacks to like a sentence that people said? Like, it's like they said, it's funny because somebody got notifications coming and that's how it came in. Like one notification, it was like one sentence after the other. And it was like the other sentence after the other. And it was like another sentence after the other. It was just like all these things just started to come together. Like, wait, you did that shit. Like, wait. It was like, I knew, but it's just like God was like, it was like the whole time. It's just like, I can just, all I can keep thinking is like a movie, like, you know, in a movie where, you know what I'm saying, they go through the whole movie and at the end of the movie, it's like all these different parts of the movie of like what people said start flashing and it wasn't like what they said to you. It's like maybe what they said like in a conversation or what they said, but you at that time, you didn't peep that it had something to do with you. No, don't come in here with that. Oh, they were already blocked. Okay, sorry, never mind. Yeah, like it's just like this epiphany. It's like a rush of thoughts, like just a rush of thoughts. And like I had that the other day, and like I remember I woke up, it was like 3 something in the morning, and like, you know, I just kept saying like, I told y'all a TikTok came up, and it was one of them tarot readings, and she was talking about the storyline, and I'm just looking at her like, man, come on, man. Like, this storyline ain't switched up yet. Like, this the same storyline that keep coming up. So I know this shit got to be true. And so, you know, I still try to be in denial about it. And so I pulled my own cards about it. And that shit was just confirming everything. And I just kept yelling at God. Like, and it happened on Thanksgiving. And I just kept yelling at God. I'm like, bro, like, this can't be true. Like, tell me you lying. And he was like, I would love to say that I am, but I'm not. So then he started, it's like in that same day, I was sitting there, and you know what I'm saying, I had got done crying, and then it's just like all these rush of just conversations and words and shit they said, and it was just like, but wait, I remember that, I remember you saying that, I remember this, I remember that, you ain't never did this, why did you do that, this makes sense of this is why you acted like this, like it all just kind of like bing 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 bing, and I was just like, bro, what the fuck? So then I'm on the phone with my homegirl today, and I said, bro, listen to this shit. Another video came up, and this wasn't no tarot reader. This was just some random lady on here. Like, this is some random lady. She was having a whole conversation about something on live. This was a random lady. I mean, not on live. She had made a post. A random lady. Talking about she's searching for somebody. I said, now, this ain't no coinky dink no more. God said, you see what I'm saying? This ain't no coinky dink. God said, this is not no coinky dink. This is not no, oh, we just want to play with your mind. This shit is real. This shit is real. That shit really happened. Like, you are about to see the truth of what really happened. Like, this is real. The girl in New Orleans, I mean, not New Orleans, excuse me. The girl in Louisiana that bought her a $600,000 house after she did $1 million scam. They had been doing the investigation. That shit was real. She really did that shit. People really did that shit. That is the energy, and it comes from betrayal. She betrayed the clients that she worked for their information to steal from them. I told you it was for their benefit, for stability. People betrayed y'all for stability. Told you. Fucking betrayed you for stability. That's why God says your avoidant, your attachment, your attachment style comes from that. So let it go. You having it with the wrong people. You trying to shut out the wrong people. Just want y'all to pay attention. That's all. Just want to tell y'all the truth. So at least you know. You know? So like whatever you've been thinking about December. So whatever you've been thinking about since about June, July, and you kind of had an idea, or you kind of had this thing that you felt what it was, and it is, and it is. It is. And you know what else I kept saying? And I think I said this on my podcast, that women was lying about that man being the father of their baby. Thank you. A honk out there. There are women out here that are lying about that man is the father of your baby. There are women that are lying about being pregnant by a man that they're not pregnant by. Okay? There are men out here that are lying about like their loyalty to you. Like, seriously. People are like they're bold-faced lying. They're bold-faced lying. They're bold-faced lying. People are saying that they didn't do something that they did. They are bold-faced lying. Boldface. Because some of y'all still have these people around you. I'm not even going to act. Not everybody's in the same predicament. Not everybody's in the same predicament. And it's funny, I channeled the Billie Jean song. And I don't normally channel Michael Jackson. But the part of the song that I channeled was, but the kid is not my son. She said, I am the one. The kid is not my son. Motorcycle just flew by my house. That shit gonna come swiftly. She said, I am the one. And you remember Billie Jean was obsessed with him. A lot of people are mentally ill. You know, y'all gonna see people's mental illness. They go around their life very normal. They see the special needs people that are really special needs are really the people that are mentally ill. Those are the real special needs people, you know. But they wanted to make the people that they felt had a delay in the way they spoke and the delay with their mind. But see, people that are mentally ill, like seriously mentally ill, those are the ones that really have the delay. People that are mentally ill, those are the ones that seriously do have the delay. You can tell by the way that they act. They always, you know, it's easier to point the finger at the people that are different. Autistic, Down syndrome, whatever condition they have. It's easy to go ahead and point the finger at them of, although they're just so delayed, they're so this, they're so that. But in reality, I'm trying to tell you, people that are mentally ill people, those are the real, like, special needs. Those are the people that really have a delay. But it's so many of people that are mentally ill, and it comes from an egotistic place. But see, people that are mentally ill, like, they normally don't have, people that have a mental instability, they don't have a strong connection with consciousness. So they lack the inner voice that we would hear. They don't hear that. They create it. So whatever they feel like they want to hear, they'll just say it. So that means that's why they'll do anything. They're mental. I'm telling y'all, like, just watch the people that y'all find out that are really mentally ill, and just think about how they act and think about their thought process. Because see, that's what I was trying to tell y'all about that girl that couldn't give Cardi B the reason of why she didn't like her. She's mentally ill because you didn't like her because she was a stripper. You know what I'm saying? You were being judgmental. That's your mental instability. You don't have the consciousness of realizing of what is the real reason. Are you intimidated by her? Are you scared of her? And honestly, your man was the problem either way. You wanted to direct your anger towards Cardi, but your man was the issue. See, that's why I'm trying to tell you, a lot of women are very mentally ill. They want to direct their anger towards the woman, and it's the man that's the problem. And see, what they don't even realize is all that action and that anger that you put towards that woman, you did nothing but show that man that you're mentally ill. The same thing with men and women now. Women are now going on dates and see, now women are really, you all that shit you did, all that, oh, he not for you, and you going out on a date with him and you doing all this, all you're showing is your mental instability. You're showing how mentally ill you are. That's been masked this entire time. Since Neptune has been in retrograde, mentally ill people have been able to mask they've been able to create this persona, and they've been able to hide behind this mask of sweetness and like being giving and nurturing. Cause see, that's also a Pisces energy. Okay. Pisces are very loving. They're very, they're very giving and nurturing, and, they're very caring and stuff like that. But they're also a part of the mutable signs that have two sides of them. So, and as a Pisces being a mutable water sign, two sides of them would also come with emotional manipulation. So if we're in the north node of Taurus, Taurus is the planet of Venus, Taurus is feminine energy. What do y'all, and Lilith is in Cancer. There's a lot of feminine energy, and with Lilith being in Cancer, that's where the emotional manipulation and the false emotions came from. People are really mentally ill. This was the year to expose the mentally ill, so we can now move from that and decide to invest in people that actually are mentally stable and emotionally stable and spiritually stable, so we can create a more stable foundation. See, that's the whole thing of the South Node being in Scorpio, rebirth, all the changes that we are supposed to be overcoming while the South Node is in Scorpio are supposed to be put to death. We're not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, like adjusting. We're literally supposed to be putting it to death. Rest, R.I.P., off. It's an affecting factor to stability. Yeah. And that's what we're seeing. And you guys are going to see that even more when we get in Capricorn season, because Pluto is still in Capricorn. Mercury will be in Capricorn. Venus will be in Capricorn. It will be a lot of Capricornish energy going on. And Jesus Christ, it's not, see, the thing about it is, as I said, a lot of people really thought that they got by, like, oh. But you see in Scooby-Doo, at the end of Scooby-Doo, and I made this Scooby-Doo reference on Twitter, and I'm going to go find that Scooby-Doo reference. I said, at the end of Scooby-Doo, you do realize that the first thing they say is, and I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. You know, they would have got away with it if it wasn't for us meddling ass kids. Kids be knowing. We're in the last, this glare is getting on my nerves. We're in the last house for the inner child of the soul. Kids be knowing. And we would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids. You know? Life is good. That's like one of my things I say now when I know I've drop the mic. Life is good. Because, I mean, you couldn't possibly think we were going to end the year of 6, the year of balance, without the scales being balanced, without the book being fully audited. Be fucking for real. You didn't really think that, did you? Damn, that's crazy if you did, though. That's crazy if you did. Because with the transits that are going on, and I texted them, I said, y'all need to look up your iris placement. Now, I want to explain why I told people to look up their iris placement. If that's the incorrect pronunciation of it, then don't quote me, Heffels. But it's ERIS, okay? And that is the asteroid that, hold on, let me get the specific words. One moment. Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, damn, bitch. I wish I would have looked at that. I couldn't look at it then. She said, use a brush. It's better for your hair, bitch. My bad. I couldn't look at it because I ain't have my iPad on me. Okay, hold on. Speaking of audit, the government failed their audit for the 5th time. Ha! Well, we knew that was going to happen. Okay. So, the iris of astrology it's the Greek goddess of strife and discord. It's the position in your birth chart. It indicates how and where in life you express your rebellious side. Now, why this is important is because that is in Aries. Now, it's going to be in Aries. It's been in Aries since 1926, and it's going to continue to be in Aries until 2048. Okay. So the transit is not important, but Chiron right now is in Aries, and it's about to go direct in about 2 to 3 weeks. And when it goes direct, this is the part of the inner child that we have to focus on, because see, if this says it indicates how and where in life you express your rebellious side, and it's in Aries, and then Chiron is in Aries. So this goes back to what I was saying earlier of like how I step out the way, how my prayer was that if my children have to learn something, I want to step out their way so they'll be able to learn what they need to learn. Or is it time for me to be a parent? That was my prayer. Now, that is the same exact prayer that you need to have about yourself. When do you need to step out the way to allow your inner child to learn a lesson? And when do you need to step in as a parent and direct and teach and shit like that? Because Chiron has been in retrograde for you to be able to listen and learn and release all the things that of how you were taught to be a parent. Because see, Aries rules the first house. So if we're wrapping up the 12th house healing of it, if we're wrapping up the 12th house healing, that means we're now about to walk into the first house again. So Sagittarius season. So what I feel is we started this in Capricorn, Aquarius. Well, it would be Capricorn because it's New Year's. We started this in Capricorn season January 1st. So now we're about to be back in Capricorn season January 1st. So Sagittarius season is honestly the 12th part of it. So even though Aries is the beginning of the astrological calendar, based off of a year, like a calendar year spread out, and based off of like how the inner child healed, we started in Capricorn. So when you think back at January 1st of this year, there was a lot of testing of the authority of how you saw yourself. Now, one thing I realized is for the last 2 New Years, I've been asleep. I sleep right through the Happy New Year. I sleep right through it. I don't really tell people Happy New Year. I don't really do none of that shit. I don't really tell people good happy holidays no fucking more. And no, not Eros, Iris. Not Eros, Iris. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got it. And so Sagittarius season is literally the 12th house. So we're coming back on the first house. We're coming back on the first house on January 1st, which will be in Capricorn season. There's this thing about how I always tell y'all, if you haven't changed shit within 365, you're wasting your time. Like, if you haven't changed anything in 365 days, you are wasting your time. I don't care if you change your eating habits. I don't care if you change your appearance. I don't care if you change your hair. I don't care if you change the way you talk. I don't care if you change the way your location, your job, your person. I don't care. If you haven't changed anything in 365 days, you're wasting your time. Since your birthday is considered your new year, if you're doing, that's why you're starting to see everybody say, fuck a birthday dinner. I'm going to just go travel for my birthday. Because you're doing the same thing. That's why a lot of people are very disappointed every birthday, because they do the same thing. They try to be with the same people. If the people that you're trying to celebrate a celebration of life with have not changed in 365 days as well, then that's why you need to go. It's funny. Last year I had 2 people at my birthday. This year I had 1. Every year it got less and less. I had 1. That bitch went through her own transformation too. This is trying to get you guys to understand that the days and the times and the weeks and the months don't matter. It's the energy. We are closing up this 12th house energy of the inner child to go in the first one. So if the inner child is all about how you create, if it's all about how you do things, how you move, your soul, how you feel, the excitement of life, how can you create some type of movement in 365 days? You are now at the last part of the acclamation. This is it. You know that TikTok that was like, I don't know. I guess I wanted something exciting to happen. This is it. The excitement comes after you make the first step. The excitement comes after you move forward. This is good as it's about to get, baby. What the fuck? This is it. I don't really know, like, if you wanted a text, if you wanted a reminder. I don't know if you wanted a book. I don't know what you wanted, but baby, this is it. This is it. Like, this is it. And honestly, I'm going to just say it like this. How many more success stories are you going to watch other people have? How many other testimonies are you going to listen to from other people? You know, one of my affirmations is my life is a testimony. How many more stories do you need to hear? My whole life is a testimony. Every time I tell my story, every time I tell y'all what I've been through, every time I tell y'all what I've accomplished, I realize this is my testimony. Because I only tell y'all shit that I done already completed. I ain't going to tell you some shit while I'm in it. I don't need that energy to fuck me up. I don't need that energy to fuck me up. That ain't my thug thieves I eat. Nah, I can't let you fuck me up. Okay, once I already completed, that's when I talk about it. You can't talk about shit you ain't healed from. That's the one thing I talked about when I first started. I said, I don't talk about shit I ain't healed from because, see, when you ain't healed from it, you don't have an open perspective about it. That's why, like, I don't give a fuck what somebody bring up. I probably done already told the internet everything that I've done. I've told the internet everything that I've done because, like, what the fuck you gonna do? What you gonna do? You can't beat me up. Like, what you gonna do? I don't give a fuck. I done told the World Wide Web like everything that I've done. I've told the World Wide Web how I finesse people, how I've cheated on people, how I've lied to people, how I've manipulated people, how I've loved people, how I got cheated on, how I was being in an abusive relationship on both ends. I've told y'all how I've been toxic. I've told y'all how I've been, you know what I'm saying, how I've been dumb, how I've been stupid, how I've been lazy. I've told everybody everything, so therefore it's nothing that anybody can embarrass me. And I just want to let you know, at any moment that you try to embarrass me, you're going to embarrass yourself because people are going to be like, oh, bitch, we already knew that. So what you trying to tell us for? Because you want to let us know that you knew her? Because that's how I take it. I take it as you trying to tell my business is basically you trying to let people know that you know me. And I don't like that you want to just let the world know that you know me. Ew, I don't claim you. You can't embarrass me if I don't claim you. Because people going to be like, does she even talk to you? When the last time y'all spoke? I told y'all. When people are coming to you about information or people are saying things or somebody say, oh, so-and-so came to me and they said this, ask them people. Tell them to ask the person that told them, when's the last time you talked to the person that you talking to me about? Because see, if people, I have a 30-day rule. If me and you ain't talked in 30 days, girl, go to hell. 30 days. You got 30 days to always keep up with me. If I ain't talked to you in 30 days, you might as well keep that shit packing. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. I don't care. You ain't talked to me in 30 days. You do not exist. And this energy is having y'all understand people don't exist. You're about to come in. You're about to, when January 1st hits, for one, thank you. For one, we're about to be in the effects of the entire year. And two, we about to be in the first house healing or the first house upgrade. Let me say that. God says not the healing, the first house upgrade. Because see, 2023 is going to be about destruction to reconstruct. It's the towers, the 717. So therefore, If your inner child is going to be in this place of caring about what people think, caring about what people say, that's been popping up on my TL. I don't care what people think. People know I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Because for one, you're not going to say that shit to my face. You're not going to do that. And I know you're not. Because see, you know that I know that you know that I know that I'm with all that shit. So it's nothing. It's nothing. And you know that I know that you know that I know why you really act like that. So it's just best you leave me alone. And that's where y'all psychic abilities are coming in. What you know, what you feel is the truth. So if you get that, when y'all used to have that weird feeling of animosity with somebody, or you felt that they were trying to sneak you and all that type of shit, you kind of suppressed it and tried to laugh about it. It's nothing to laugh about. You can tell people, I don't like that. I didn't really care for how you said that. See, what y'all don't realize is when you address those feelings or you address the actions of people that act like that, they normally calm the fuck down. They not really about that. They normally change their tone. They normally be like, oh, I wasn't trying to say it like that. Yes, you was, but don't worry. I caught that shit. You can get the fuck on. That's the type of energy you're about to be in as you are causing tower moments in people's lives. See, I think a lot of you guys are about to get to this understanding that causing a tower moment in other people's lives is not your problem. Because it is a reason why you said that. Why you act like that. Why you talk like that. Why do you move like that. Why do you treat people like that. And since you are okay with how you treat people, it just seems like I need to step away. Tower moment. That's one of my biggest things. I accept people for who they are. I accept that you a lame ass bitch. I just don't got to be around you. Love you. I accept that you are an immature man. I accept that. I just don't have to deal with you. Love you. That's what we're rolling into. So instead of you getting angry, instead of you getting mad, instead of you getting defensive, instead of you feeling like, oh, I don't want to seem like I'm doing too much, politely tell people, I don't resonate with that. I realized when I started handling situations and speaking to people in a very strong, emotional, mature way, it made them look at themselves to realize that they felt judged by me. See, the Lord put me here to be the ego killer. I kill people's ego, and I do it so gracefully because why did you ever think you could romp with a bitch like me acting like that? I don't rock like that. I have a pure soul. I have a happy heart. I have a nice, sweet spirit. I'm not no evil bitch. That's not my vibe. That's not my energy. I want people to laugh. I want people to love. You created dark energy. I just kind of matched you at that. I told you, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. See, a lot of people expect for you to bark. I don't need to bark because I will bite you. So therefore, it's just like we just need to cut ties and all. We don't have to deal with each other. See, I realize that people that like to be combative and they like to be defensive and they like to do all that shit, I realize that they actually have abandonment issues. Because they think that people are going to deal with them constantly. I don't have to deal with you. That's what you have a mother for. That's what you have a father for. Not me. I don't have to deal with you. See, let me go ahead and help you fix those abandonment wounds so you know how to teach people, how you know how to treat people. Shoo shoo. Back into the miserable, lonely hole that you live in anyway. Next caller. Okay, next caller. Yeah, we're going to call a spade in 2023. Yeah, I told y'all. The North Node in Taurus was about the inner child. Meaning, people look like... What was the thing I told y'all that lady said? It's crazy you can tell the babies that were attended to properly. Yeah. It's crazy the babies that you can see were attended to properly. It's crazy. That is just mind-boggling to me. I'm seeing it all. Wow. When I tell you, when she said that, excuse me, when she said that, I said, and God made sure I heard that. God made sure I heard that. I said, oh, well, shit. With the North Node being in Taurus, this lady come out the blue talking about something. It's crazy how you could tell the babies who were attended to properly. I said, well, ain't that some fucking shit? We in the North Node of Taurus and we all is a child of God. It's crazy we can tell the people that was not attended to properly. Because what do I always say? I want somebody that's raised by God. Because if you were raised by humans, you were raised by opinions. Yeah. I be like, yeah. Glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God. Glory to God. You know? It's the truth. We don't need to lie. We don't need to sugarcoat. We don't need to deal with that. You clearly can see you were raised by humans. The opinions clearly make you live your life in the way you do. I am completely baffled by your decision making with the opinions that you were taught and brought up on. So therefore, it doesn't resonate with me. So I'm going to stay where I know that I was presented with facts from a child to an adult. And I'm going to continue to live in the truth of factual information. And you'll be blessed now, okay? Fuck up out of here, your dumb ass. Fuck up out of here. Fuck up out of here. Play with somebody else. Okay? Because God speaks the truth. God don't lie. The devil is a liar. The Lord don't lie. And the Lord only goes based off facts. God only presents himself by facts. Bye, Carrie. Good night. God presents things off facts. Whew. So y'all just be prepared for the betrayal that we'll be seeing. And y'all also get your lives together, okay? I hope you took this into a consideration, all right? Because this is serious. This is serious. I'll be seeing a lot of you guys in Capricorn season. You'll be on my schedule. God's gonna send you over here. Don't worry. God gonna send you right over here because you gonna have to hear some shit before you get into 2023. Yeah, so, I'll make sure I keep the availability wide open. Yeah, because y'all gonna need it. Because this is a whole new world y'all walking into. And y'all walking in this bitch alone. Let me say it again. Alone. So, get creative during Sagittarius season. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the finances that are flowing around. I hope your sacral is open enough. So you guys, I will. I hope you guys, I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all in Capricorn season. It's money here. That I know. Y'all gonna have the money. So I'll see y'all in Capricorn season, you know what I'm saying? Because it's money in Sagittarius season. And if your pockets ain't open, your pocketbook ain't open, well, I don't know what to tell you. Because, see, at church, when everybody was getting candy, you had to have your hand out to get the candy. You know, so if you ain't got your hand out, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh, Lord. I don't think it was that. I don't think that's what happened. But, how long was this live? Damn. Oh, yeah, the girl was preaching. The girl was preaching. Facts. Matter of fact, I don't even want to go yet. Y'all have any questions? While y'all have questions, I want to see who in here. Because y'all know me, I'm about to go down the whole fucking roll call. Nah, don't leave now. We got to talk. We have to talk. Sherry, Lux Minded, User 88133, Nichelle A, Bill Ray, Divine Timing, Jenna, Shayna, SLR, Call Me Queen Ron, Joshua 711, It's Vay, America, Deja, Tay, Jen J, Miss Braveheart Nails, Adderall Miller, Adara Miller, Cara's Comfort, Healed From Within, Samaya, Junks, Jasmine, It Just Me Thomas, Lilia, Nikki M, Trey 0316, Rika, Catrice, It's Me Lady D, Melanin Queen, She Speaks, Shantae, yeah, Rick Roulette, Juicy Girl, I think I seen you already, and Rhea 30, hello. Child, I be on y'all head, honey. Melody, She Speaks, who is that? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yeah, you know, I just didn't see y'all names as I was preaching, you know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure. Oh, you're a Taurus. Yeah, just so the users with the numbers know I'm talking about them. You know, I just wanted to personally welcome those that I didn't see conversing with the crowd. Oh, I'm not asking for y'all zodiacs. I'm not asking for your zodiacs. I was asking for your participation. Yeah, just your participation. Yeah, that's all. Does anybody have any questions? That bitch said. Any questions about anything? Anything y'all want to know? Don't ask me no weird shit. Well, let me not say that. I don't mean it like that. Muy bien, gracias. Y usted? I'm good. I'm good. You should never let her in on your business anyway. How do you know if it's God? You'll feel it. Let's talk about the message from the Black Panther movie. Can't talk about something I didn't go watch. Shouldn't have let. I told you I can't tell nobody nothing. I told you to be quiet. I told y'all, you gotta be quiet. You gotta move in silence. You can't talk about shit till you actually do it. You feel the tingles? The tingles are the Lord. When she was on board, jumped right. Girl, why was you trying to move in with your mama anyway? If I don't have any placements in my 12th house, what should I be working on? Oh, nah, that ain't the concern. The inner child is going through a 12th house healing. But if you don't have any placement in your 12th house, then one thing you need to focus on, hold on, un momento. One thing you need to be focused on is one thing you need to be focused on is you cannot cope with stress or fear and you're overly pressured. So you need to work on how you cope with your stress and your fear. And you need to make sure you don't put yourself in predicaments where you're overstimulated. That's going to be one of your biggest things of your inner child. Your inner child has to learn how to not be so stimulated. You need help with your deposit? Should have asked the Lord. Your mother, don't you ask your mother? Somebody said, yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, moving silently is like law right now. She told me she was going to help. Told her I was going to go get my keys. She never did that. And I'm not down to you, Cookie, because I know you said you needed help, but with stress, I'm either overthinking or avoiding. I'm trying to find a healthy balance, I guess. Do you have a 12th house? That was for people that don't have a 12th house. Who? How do you know if you don't have a 12th house? There wouldn't be a sign in the 12th house. Some people shit be empty. I just always learn my lessons the hard way. And God told me everybody can't go. I told your ass that. Can we say our 12th house or no? No. I'm answering the question that people say. People with no 10... Wait, what the fuck? People with no 10th house, does that mean they don't have... Never mind. What do you mean? If you don't have a 10th house, where do you recommend we go for our natal chart? Astroseek.com. Chapiana said it's an app, so go to the app that she's talking about. If you don't have a 10th house, that normally means that you're lazy and difficulty staying organized. So whoever said they don't have a 10th house, your name looks familiar. That definitely matches the energy that you be in a lot. No shade. No shade. No shade. I like AstroSeek because you can you're welcome, Maggie. I like AstroSeek because you can see the asteroids. But Chapiana said it's an app, so let her answer and see what the app is called. Okay. I feel rejuvenated. I feel like my hair is going good. You know, I feel like I did a good job on my hair. You know, You may not have planets in your 12th house, but maybe that means that it's a less focused. No, 11th house. If you don't have an 11th house, that means that you have difficulty maintaining friendships. Wait. You may... Okay. What would... Wait, what would we look at in the sign of our 12th house? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. If our inner child is going through a 12th house healing, what would we look at in the sign of our 12th house? It has nothing to do with their sign to determine the healing focus. It has nothing to do with that. This isn't about your 12th house. So like, we have a profection year, okay? So when you're in your profection year, you basically have to master so like, example, I'm in my 3rd house profection year. So I had to master communication in the 1st house, the 2nd, all the houses. So the way God explained it to me is our inner childs are going through their whole 12th house profection year. So it's not necessarily about your specific 12th house. It's about the 12th house in general. I feel like I just want to cut these little straight pieces. 12th house for 2022 or 2023. It's Sagittarius season. This is just a download how God gave it to me. You know, if you weren't here the entire live, just wait till the live gets on YouTube. It'll make more sense, so you don't even have to ask a whole bunch of questions. Is there a way to work around the negatives in the chart, like the friends thing, or is it destined? No, that's the lesson you have to learn. I'm about to. Because it look crazy. Like this little piece right here, this look crazy. So like your profection year is based off your age. So if you want to know your profection year, OG, I'm confused now. Oh God, what you confused about, Trapiana? What are you confused about, Trapiana? If you don't follow me on Pinterest, on my website, it says "Come Learn with OG." That'll take you to my work notes board on Pinterest, so you can see all this information. I don't have a lot of placements, but on the different apps they show my shit. What is this? Oh, I don't know, baby. The profection year is a chart on what house plays a theme in your life during your solar age. So, like I said, I'm 26. I'm going through my 3rd house profection year. How we get the profection year? Go on Pinterest. I put the chart on here. Look. Wait, sorry. Go to. I have a whole thing. Hold on. It's called Work Notes. Right here. Work Notes. And I got everything in there. Everything you could possibly imagine of what we talk about. Damn, hold on. Can you see that? Okay. Wait. I have everything possible of what y'all think all the shit that we talk about is in this fucking thing. Everything. All the charts. Everything that we fucking talk about. Astrology. The planets was just still astrology, but like the body with the body, everything that we talk about is right here. I got you. I made it easier for you. I'm 40, I'm a Scorpio, and I'm in my honor myself phase. You came up with that? Or it's like, that's really what you're doing? Up here, 23 is your 12th house. So if you're 23 and you're going through this, ow, my nail. I know my nail not lifting. I know you fucking lying. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to tell y'all that and put y'all on game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like law, you know, as y'all cousin, that, you know what I'm saying, I gotta make sure y'all know shit. So I hope this live helped. I had to come a phase of honoring myself. Okay. Hold on. Oh my God. Child, I got this. My best friend talking about, why you ain't get it longer? Bitch, if I would have got my nails any longer after not having long nails, I would have been fucked up in the game. Like, bitch, I gotta give myself a second to get adjusted back to these motherfuckers. My nails used to be like 1 inch long. I have to get adjusted, accustomed. You know what I'm saying? If you a real long nail wearer, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. You gotta make sure you know the fuck you doing. Well, book a session, Mary. Book a session, Mary, so we can talk. Because, baby, I'm about to go. I've been on live 2 hours preaching, okay? The Lord is done with me, okay? You tried the Cardi B hair mask? No, I did not. I don't do hair masks. I honestly don't even like to do my hair. I just didn't want to look like a rag doll. Oh, Lord. All right, yeah. I gotta go. Okay, y'all. Bye. Toodles. This will be on YouTube in the morning, or it will be on YouTube tonight. Either or, it'll be on YouTube for y'all to rewatch it. So, I love y'all. I will see y'all later.